so today I'm going to be introducing you to your new best friend. It's this kale plant that you can harvest kale from all year round, from a single plant in a pot, and it's a plant that you're going to have with you for life. You can grow it anywhere you can have a pot, patios, balconies, anywhere you like. It doesn't have to be in a pot, you can grow it in gardens, allotments, farms. We're making the planter out of reclaimed materials, basically got for free, and showing the magic of this perennial kale plant. This plant is dead easy to make. Normally I'd make it with screws, but I haven't got any on me and the car's just failed its MOT, so it'd be good to do a bit of stress reduction with the hammer. I love using pallet wood. I mean, yeah, everything's pallets and it's a bit done, isn't it? But pallet this, pallet that. Proper woodworkers turn their nose up at it, but I like using them. This wood's perfect, pressure treated, it's free, it's regular size, it's quite good, no splits, barely any splits, free. I love using it, it's free. Did I say it's free? Didn't cost anything, it's free. So I've worked out, I'm going for about 31 centimetres square. Doesn't matter how tall, you go a lot smaller than this. I've grown kale in pots way smaller than this. But we've gone 31 centimetres, 3 plank high. I nearly went 2, but this is what we've gone for because we want a nice big plant. Once I've cut them to size, I've got them in my pattern, and I'm just going to hammer them in quite roughly. Again, I wasn't bothered too much with this. I was making it as rough as I like, but I'd give it a little sand because it's going on YouTube, of course. Probably wouldn't sand it if it wasn't going online, but you want to be a YouTube star, so you've got to sand your planter. Okay, to all you lovely people, little giveaway to win an already rooted perennial kale plant from me. You have to like the video, be subscribed to the channel, and comment. You can comment saying anything, such as awesome video or you suck, whatever it is. As long as you commented, liked, and subscribed. In 1 week time, I will do a random generator and send out 5 already rooted perennial kale plants to you, wherever you are, in the UK. Apologies for that. To everybody who's watching this outside of the UK, I'm really sorry. Please comment anyway. Please enter the competition anyway, even though you have no chance of winning. Or win and donate the cut plant to somebody awesome in the UK. So to propagate this plant, I'm just going to take a cutting. So taking the cutting, I'm looking for a branch that has multiple leaves coming off it and new growth at the top. So you can see with this one, I've gone for the smallest one because I want to try and keep as much of the plant as possible, but you could go for any of them. Some people say bigger the better. This stuff roots so easily, don't think you need to worry too much about that. I'm pretty confident this is going to be 90%, 95% sure this will take root. So I'm taking the cutting and then I'm just going to clean the leaves off. Trim off the leaves, I don't need to be too particular about that, just trim them off close to the stem. And leave 1, maybe 2. I want the plant focusing all its energy on creating roots. Then I'm just going to trim the bottom just because it was a little bit long, and I'm going to stick it in the soil, give it a bit of water it around the base so that you get nice contact with the soil. Leave it out of direct sunlight, you'd be quite confident it'll root. So normally I would put it in a smaller little pot, and I'd be looking for new growth to be starting out the top and or roots to be visible at the bottom. I wouldn't touch it until I saw both of those things, which should be a couple of weeks, and then I'd plant it into a bigger pot or into the ground. I've grown them in good soil, poor soil, every soil. They seem to do great on basically everything. the amazing thing about these perennial kales is you can take from one cutting, you can grow a whole plant, you can take cuttings from that, and you can grow plants and plants and plants. So you could be harvesting this kale all year round. It tastes great all year. Even better in the winter after a frost, it sweetens up the leaves. In 10 years time when this plant wants to die, you can take a cutting and grow another from the same plant. If you've grown it in the ground, like all brassicas, I would say it's a good idea to cover them. I'm growing a lot of it in London, in pots. Barely get any pigeon damage on them. Maybe once they suss out my little bit, they'll come. This is a Taunton Dean, so I think anyway. Mixed up, but I'm pretty confident it's Taunton Dean. It's got that purple and green. You can get these cuttings online. Loads of people sell them. Type in Perennial Kale or Taunton Dean Kale for this particular one. But there are loads of different ones. They're all awesome. Everyone can have as much kale as they can eat. We can destroy the kale industry in this country. I don't want to do that. We can grow as much kale as we like. We can grow kale on Mondays, Tuesdays. We can grow kale Fridays as well as Thursdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and even a tiny bit on Sundays. So let's grow some kale. There's certain people in certain circles, certain gardening circles, who know a lot about perennial veg, who love it, and I think it's about time the country went kale mad. So I'm thinking we could all be growing it, we could all be taking cuttings, giving them to our friends. We never have to buy a Christmas present ever again because you're just giving everybody kale. They'll get kale in their stocking, they'll get kale under the tree, they'll have kale hang up around the wreaths. We can make wreaths out of kale. We can do everything out of kale. With these plants, we can do everything out of kale because they give us so much kale, kale, kale. Okay, thank you.